god. This is insane. I gotta call Danny.
Hello?
Hello?
Drew?
Danny, you gotta come over right now.
What? Now?
Uh-huh. I gotta show you a video. It's so funny.
What? You want me to come all the way there to watch a video?
Uh-huh.
Do you have any idea how far I am from you right now?
Uh-huh.
So you understand that it was ridiculous of you to call me?
Of course.
And you understand that I am coming over?
Of course.
Goodbye.
Okay, bye.
Want to make a video? Okay.
Hey guy, welcome back to another beautiful day on YouTube where I'm going to be showing Danny something insane that I found.
And boy, am I excited.
Today I'm showing something to Danny that he's never seen before, hopefully.
I believe I haven't seen it, but he hasn't told me what he's showing me yet, so even if I have seen it before, I'm going to pretend I haven't seen it so as to not hurt his feelings.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that.
You're welcome.
Buckle your seatbelts, everybody, because I think it's safe to say this might be my cringiest video so far.
Even cringier than Hard Rock Nick?
Yeah. So, without further ado, Danny, have you heard of boyfriend roleplay?
It's not porn, is it?
Yeah, I'm gonna be showing you porn today.
Okay.
No
wonder it's gonna be such an uncomfortable video.
Shout out to Hoodrat on Twitter for sending me this first one. And then I was so intrigued that I fell down a rabbit hole for about 4 days. This is all I've been watching for days now. Let's start with the first one. This is the most popular one I've seen.
Jealous boyfriend roleplay ASMR. Is he gonna be whispering in this?
Well, let's find out.
Okay. So how was your day? That's good. I mean, mine was okay. Work is work. So how is it? I'm not getting jealous vibes from this guy.
No, don't worry. He gets very specific. And that's the thing with these is it's as if he's having a two-way conversation with the viewer. Oh. You are his girlfriend in this situation, but he asks you questions.
I accept.
Dan, we're both married.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, well, the boys needed me afterwards to help out with trash, so I helped him, and it was kind of lame. What did he say? He needs help with trash?
Yeah, I think the boys needed his help with trash.
Is that what he said? You know, my boys are always playing around in garbage.
You know how the boys are.
Yeah. So how was your off day? Dang. You lucky. What?
Well, that's the thing is, like, he's reacting to what we're saying.
Maybe he expected us to say something like, I didn't touch any trash all day. I didn't have to help anybody with trash.
It doesn't matter what you say to him. You want to have a conversation because he's such a heartthrob of a boy, and he's your boyfriend. So you naturally want to have a conversation with him. But it doesn't matter what you say. He kind of goes on this whole narrative.
Yeah, it seems like he answers with really specific things. Yeah, I love Frisbee. And this could work well if he answered with more generic things, like, oh, that's cool. Wow, y'all played Ultimate.
Yeah, I'm starting to feel like there should be like a script.
I was just about to say that.
Yeah.
Or at least someone in the comments should be like, for those who are interested, here's what you're supposed to say.
No, most of the comments are just people being mad that he puts mid-rolls in and they're trying to fall asleep and it's like, I made this website with Wix.
Oh, you could have invited me.
So basically, in this scenario, we hung out with our friends, our group of friends all day and didn't invite him.
So why didn't you invite me?
Which he was helping with trash all day, so I don't think he could have come
He was
anyway.
with the boys covered in trash. Wait. Jesse was there.
So this is where shit gets real. He gets up, because he's kind of just like on Tinder probably, because he's so mad at you. But he gets up because we mentioned Jesse, and he fucking hates Jesse.
You didn't tell me Jesse was going to be there.
You didn't ask.
You were with the trash boys.
Why are you being so secretive? What's so different about Jesse than, like, Dina or Greg?
Well, Greg is the fastest growing army on the internet.
That's what makes him different from the other names.
You do realize Jesse's your ex, right?
I didn't. Dennis, honestly, I did not.
Dennis, I'm so sorry if I had known.
You know, you're hanging out with your ex.
I feel like he's adding things to the story and we're not allowed to contribute at all. Like, I can't just be like, well, you know, you fucked all the trash boys, right?
Because he's just going to say whatever he wants to next.
My parents.
Oh, so we're supposed to be, like, getting a little bit louder there, explaining to him.
Right, because we're getting a little riled up. Okay, a lot of, props to him, a lot of this makes sense.
Yeah.
It's just, if we had gotten a script beforehand, it would have been very helpful.
Yeah, this is a cold read and we don't even have the lines.
But I'm not cute when I'm jealous. Shut up. I'm not jealous. I'm not.
So you get the idea. I start with that one because it's the most popular one, but there's so much here.
Dennis, my boy Dennis.
Yeah, Dennis has a pretty devoted following.
Is he chewing gum?
Yeah, he does that in every video.
Yeah, but he was asleep.
Yeah. Here, open up.
Do you feel it?
Open wide.
Yeah, do you?
Alright, well, babe, I got some good news and I got some bad news.
You have a fever and you don't have a fever.
The bad news news is you do have a fever.
Fuck.
Is he going to show us the thermometer? I'd kind of like to see it. If he does show us the thermometer, I'm going to be kind of impressed if it has like a fever readout.
Yeah, can you imagine?
Because he just stuck it next to the camera. So I was expecting him to show us it and it to say like 70 degrees and be like, I think you have hypothermia.
Maybe we can get the fever down a little bit. So I'll sit here and I'll keep you company.
And that's going to get the fever down?
Yeah, is this guy a doctor? Because that's not true.
Yeah, no, when you go to the doctor and he's like, oh shit, you're burning up 104. I'll just sit here and keep you company.
He calls the receptionist, hey, can you cancel the rest of my appointments for the day? I gotta sit with this patient. All right.
Can I... Okay, I don't think that this is gonna help
My parents might hear.
I put some gum in my mouth because I didn't want my breath to be bad.
He knows how videos work, though, right? He knows that we won't be able to smell.
I can smell it.
Does it smell good?
Mm-hmm.
I'll give you some ibuprofen.
Ready.
What did you get a headache from?
I'm
I'm treating you well this time, babe, because I have you some Coke.
He's treating me really well. He spent $1 on a Coke.
and then drank most of it.
Yeah, what the fuck?
I like how he mixes in ASMR with it, which I guess makes sense for the video if it's supposed to be sleep-inducing, but for the scenario we're in,
Yeah,
it's
it
like...
totally breaks my immersion. Hey, sweetie, here's your soda.
Okay, thanks. No, can I just drink it? Danny, can you just hand it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, here.
Here you go, Drew.
Get that back.
Why did he put it to the side of the camera?
That's what a boyfriend does.
Do the plots from any of the other ones carry over into this one?
I don't think so.
Because I half expected him to say, because that's what a boyfriend does. You wouldn't go play frisbee with some fucking Jesse. Like, get back into the argument we were having in the last video.
Right.
Also, like, is he supposed to be that close to us in real life? Like, is he having a conversation? Like,
That's what a boyfriend does.
boyfriend roleplay. You're sick with the flu!
No. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
I want to picture what he thinks we're saying to this. Why does he say, shh, no.
No.
I don't have the flu. My leg's broken. My femur, it's split in half.
I'm tied to this chair. I need to get out of here. Shh. No.
No.
I don't like this look he's giving us.
Come on, drink up. Drink the water.
Stop
Oh,
moving.
you're spilling. You're spilling.
I know. You have one nasty bug.
Hey.
I'm here to take care of you, sweetie, okay?
I felt that in real life.
Lucky.
Oh, you're gonna... Oh. Okay. In the bucket. In the bucket. There we go.
He just stand up and start peeing. He's like, okay, all right,
In
I
the
deserve
bucket.
that.
There we go.
I also like to think that this is so immersive. Someone actually with the flu who is about to throw up just throws up all over their phone. Like, oh, I thought it was going in the bucket. No, my phone's covered in throw up.
There we go. I know.
We're definitely not saying anything. We're vomiting right now.
Yeah.
So what is he saying? I know. I know.
Yes, you're still beautiful.
This guy's a treat and a half.
You had a bad dream? Yeah.
You had a bad dream. You let me out.
I would never let anybody hurt you. You hear me?
Yeah.
I would never let anybody hurt you. No, I promise you. I would never let anybody hurt you.
What are we saying? No, you will let someone hurt me.
Can I give you some kisses?
Can I give you some kisses? Immediate police sirens.
It's us from the previous video being rushed to the hospital.
Oh, I'm sorry, but the siren's going off.
I hope it's not your fault. You shouldn't
Yeah.
have to apologize for
It'll
that.
pass. Be okay.
Yeah, they're not just gonna drive in circles for hours.
Is it a wolf howling in the background? There's some weird subplot where there's like a werewolf running rampant in the town. There's like police cars chasing him. Oh!
Damn it, we should have predicted this with the full moon tonight.
Want me to give you a head massage? Yeah?
Do you want a head massage?
Perfect. Thank you.
Good girl.
You know,
All right, that's enough of this guy. All right, sorry about that, guys, but we're back. It's the next day. How'd you sleep, Danny?
I slept great, actually. I decided to try to watch one of these to fall asleep, and
it worked?
I didn't get past like 5 seconds of it. Yeah, I was out immediately.
Yeah, these are really effective.
Yeah, I'm not sure because I was so relaxed or because I was so scared that I kind of passed out. But
Right, yeah, you were so scared that the only way to escape how bad it was to fall asleep.
Was to go
be
completely unconscious, yeah.
That's funny you say that about watching them last night, because I realized last night that Michaela and her friend Diana have already reacted to this Dennis ASMR guy.
Oh.
I think I didn't notice because I probably started watching that video and was so uncomfortable that I had to turn it off, which is probably what people will do with this one. That's a good sign.
Yeah, that bodes well for us.
So I think my main takeaway so far is the weirder this gets, the more normal where we started seems. Even boyfriend roleplay, it's like, okay, it's just a guy talking to a camera. But the further you fall into this rabbit hole, the more and more specific the videos get. It starts becoming situations that I don't even think I'd want to imagine being in. Boyfriend saves you from drowning?
Okay.
Because it's always good to pretend you just drowned.
Yeah, well, maybe it's nice to imagine that if you did drown, your boyfriend would save you.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Good Lord, I've been pushing on your chest for about 20 minutes. There's no explanation for how I feel right now. It's more than terrified.
Yeah, me too. I'm the one that almost died.
Yeah, can you be the strong one in this situation?
I'm just scared.
Imagine waking up from being unconscious for 20 minutes because you drowned and your boyfriend's standing there like, I'm so glad you're awake. Help me.
What if I'm next? But you see what I'm saying about, like, what a weird specific situation. Boyfriend, I'm sorry I cheated.
ASMR friendly ghost roleplay?
Jealous boyfriend returns. He broke up with you, but he returned from the breakup to be jealous again.
I'm your boyfriend again, alright?
Asthma attack, comfort, after bear attack.
You are not having a good day.
Hey, look at me. What the heck happened to your face?
What happened to your face? What's going on here?
What'd you do? I don't like it.
Is this a new makeup look?
Why'd you do this? You get stuck in an elevator. Memory loss comfort. Bipolar comfort. Oh, miscarriage comfort.
Jeez.
Couple comforts burglar?
I'll never steal anything.
Hey,
I'm doing such a bad job.
Don't talk like that.
Werewolf boyfriend? That must be from the other video. Where we heard the werewolf.
Holy shit, everything's coming together.
This curse. Every full moon.
It's a quiet werewolf.
Yeah, he's like, oh, a full moon! I'm changing! As soon as I saw you, you thirsty?
ASMR boyfriend, girlfriend seizure.
I think if this guy's channel is any indication, then you can pretty much come up with any random scenario and make an ASMR roleplay video and get like 34,000 views.
He makes it seem easy, but I wonder how easy it actually is.
Yeah.
Oh, you're awake. Good. I was so scared when you passed out. I don't know why you would do that. Why did you do that?
Oh my gosh, babe, are you okay? You fell off your scooter. You did it on purpose? No, I think you're just saying that because you're embarrassed. Anyway, please don't do that again. I was so scared that you were going to fall off and knock me over.
Honest, you were having some trouble pooping.
Yeah, we're your boyfriends. And
Yeah, we were just in the other room. And we're jealous. We're so jealous of the toilet right now. Yeah. It gets a front row seat.
I brought you something to help you. I know how much you like water, so I got you a really tiny little bit of water.
I figured you were probably pretty thirsty by now, so I brought you some barbecue sauce. Yeah, I can pour it in a cup.
Okay, here you go. I know you've been having a really hard time because your parents just got divorced and you just got attacked by that bear.
And it kind of looks like you broke both your legs when you fell. That was pretty dumb. I don't know why you did that.
Everybody hates you. Did you know that?
We noticed that you were spending all your time with this toilet, so we just wanted to come help. And maybe when you're done, we might have a little chat with the toilet. Yeah. Teach him about boundaries. Yeah. Poop in his mouth. Poop in his mouth.
Oh, shh. No. Shh, no.
Shh. No. I know. Shh. Okay. Stop. I know you're scared. I know I'm scared. I know. are so scared. We're so scared. We're so scared. Okay, we'll be back later. I'm so scared. We're so scared.
Hey guy, welcome back to the world's best and also worst website. Someone I've never really talked about but have always been a little embarrassed to share this platform with is JStation, who many of you may know is a guy who exploits celebrity and YouTuber deaths for internet views.
One of my favorite things about Mac Miller is he dated Ariana Grande. And hell yeah, I put ads on this shit.
This is someone who also, just last month, pretended to buy human slaves off the dark web in a video that had the hashtag slave in the description. You know, when you're just browsing the slave hashtag to find fun new content? But now, congratulations are in order because recently JStation managed to set a new personal record for negative attention by faking his girlfriend's death.
Let's smash the like button right now, guys. 1 like equals 1 prayer for Alexia.
Dear God, where did you go? And at first, he was getting away with it because aside from the reputation he's earned from his entire body of work so far, no one had any reason to suspect that he was lying about this. And even if they did, there wasn't any proof. Until there was. The YouTuber Some Ordinary Gamers, feeling heartbroken for Jay, having gone through a similar situation in the past, wanted to be absolutely certain of the truth. So he did a little bit of investigative work. He looked up the site of the crash, nothing there. No news reports from the area, despite it supposedly taking place on a pretty major highway in Toronto. No mention of her death online by family members or seemingly anywhere other than in Jay's videos. He then took it a step further. He called the local police in the area of the crash and asked if there were any reports of a fatal car accident involving someone named Alexia. There were none. So either every member of the police force took a vacation at the same time, or she's not really dead. The truth starts to leak out. Uh-oh, Jay's in trouble. Not willing to accept defeat yet, he follows up the first video with an equally heart-wrenching drive to the site of the crash.
Oh my God, she must have crashed into the sign.
Can we just take a moment to acknowledge how absurd this is? They set up this fake memorial in the middle of the snow, then drove a couple miles away so they could pretend to be driving to it.
I bought her these roses.
And all of this for nothing, because the cracks are starting to show. The commenters have caught on, more videos are starting to come out about the situation.
She's gone. She's gone.
This is too fake.
It's too bad.
I was half expecting her to pop out of that fucking Egyptian sarcophagus behind him.
But the real tragedy here, in my opinion, is that this premature revelation of the truth got in the way of Jay's initial master plan, which is so genius. I can't believe it didn't work.
What if we fake your death, do a skit on YouTube, pranking everybody just to gain traction on the Dream Team channel?
This gives you 2 free videos of pure sad with ad.
Then we were gonna do a Ouija board video, which I did.
My dead girlfriend right now.
And then finally, the grand finale. Bring her ass back to life.
We were gonna call her at 3 a.m. Then we were gonna resurrect her.
And no one would suspect a thing. See what I'm talking about here? It's a foolproof plan. All they were gonna do is resurrect a human being for the first and only time ever, and no one was gonna have any follow-up questions. Not the police, not scientists. He's since tried to imply that if Alexia hadn't come clean about being alive, then everything would have turned out fine.
She ruined my entire life, this girl.
No, she isn't what ruined the plan. The plan is what ruined the plan, you idiot.
It was her dream to get 1 million subscribers, so...
What? Let's try to reverse engineer this idea for a second. Your goal is to get more followers on your second channel. So your brain tells you, one of us should die. I am in awe of the decisions that had to be made for JStation to get himself into this situation. To be trapped inside his mind is a prison sentence that I wouldn't wish upon even the worst criminal. And I know that this has been covered ruthlessly up until this point, but I do want to point out how pathetic and gross this is to try and manipulate your audience into thinking that someone is dead. Not just dead, but that they died from a drunk driver.
Do a skit on YouTube, pranking everybody.
That's not just like a funny YouTube skit. That's so insensitive, dude. You are making light of a horrible tragedy just for your own personal gain.
Go subscribe to that channel right now, guys.
There's really not a word strong enough to describe how scummy that is. But the story continues. The truth. Alexia fires back. J Station retaliates. Oh my god, how long is this gonna go on? Finally, after several days of airing out their personal grievances with each other in a hilariously public setting, they seem to have moved on and they're both back to business as usual. And you know, if their plan was to bore people out of caring about the situation by posting these 25-minute he said, she said confessionals, well, by golly, I think it worked. Most people have lost interest. So what we're left with here is 4 videos of whining, crying, and pointing fingers at each other. You'd have to be insane to sit through all 97 minutes of this. So I did. Let me summarize it for you. Now, obviously, neither of them want to take the blame for this, and they're in an interesting situation where because there's 2 of them, they don't necessarily have to take accountability. They can just point fingers at each other and say, well, don't worry about what I did, guys, because the other person's worse.
Let me tell you guys exactly what happened with all these my girlfriend's dead videos.
You don't understand, like, how messed up my life used to be. Like,
his first video about the situation is essentially just a sob story.
In the middle of fucking ghetto and shit.
He had the chance to come out and be mature about things and really own up to the situation, and instead he's just crying in a closet because his girlfriend's gone and his childhood was bad.
I would get bullied in school and shit.
Which, by the way, doesn't justify being a bad person. Plenty of people have had rough upbringings and aren't awful because of it. You're trying to use it to remove blame, as if everything you've ever done is excusable because 12 years ago you got bullied.
Ended up going to jail because of drinking.
Like, that's a really interesting way to word that. You didn't go to jail because of drinking. No one just has one beer and then gets arrested. What I assume he's saying is, one time I did something illegal while drunk, but therefore it's not my fault, it's the alcohol's fault. See the pattern here of not taking responsibility for anything? He is adept at shifting blame, and you'll notice even more of that later on. But he does slip up at one point and basically admit to orchestrating the entire stunt himself.
So we thought of the idea. Actually, I thought about the idea.
The whole thing was her idea, which is to say that she was in the room when I told her about the idea.
She ruined my entire life, this girl. I miss you so much. But now my entire life is ruined. I want you back.
Oh man, he is really going through it right now. But hey, at least he's got his friend Ahmed.
Forever, I'm grateful for Ahmed Mo. He helps me with everything. He is down for me.
What's good, Generation? When I was a kid, I actually had a girlfriend and she passed away. What's good, Generation? Witches are actually super scary. When I was a kid, I had a grandma babysitter, and guys, she used to whip me all the time. So I'm really scared to go see the grandma.
He is a true guy.
But enough funny business. Here is the line in this video that stands out to me the most.
I expected all this to stay on YouTube. And it didn't. I expected all this to stay on YouTube.
What? There is so much inside of that one sentence. What an insightful glimpse into the way this maniac thinks about YouTube. That all of this is just content. That it has no connection to the real world whatsoever. Ghost fart at 3 a.m. is just content. I'm with you on that one. Proclaiming the death of a human being to millions of people, you didn't think that would seep into the real world at all? Like her family, who you didn't bother to notify beforehand? You didn't think they'd be concerned at all about their dead daughter?
After the first video that we posted together when I said she died, it was all good. And then she got phone calls from her parents, and her parents didn't like it.
I just can't wrap my head around this situation here. This is someone who's so sucked into this content factory that he's created that he doesn't even recognize real life anymore.
And I told her that her parents, it's none of her business what we do online. I don't mess with his dad's business. He shouldn't mess with ours.
And it's because he's never received real consequences for his videos in the past, so he doesn't see it as something that affects real life.
And never was happy until now, until I met Alexia.
To sum this video up, Jay thought that based on his past experiences, he could just come out all somber, play the victim card, oh, I do bad things, but it's not my fault, and he'd be fine. But I don't think he expected Alexia to fire back as hard as she did.
Jay told me that he does not want me to have Instagram. He does not want me to have Facebook. He deleted all my contacts in my phone. I felt really controlled by him, and I felt like he was trying to isolate me from my friends, from my family. One time he literally threw and whipped an iPhone at my face, and then the second time he grabbed me off the couch and threw me to the ground. He does not know how to control his anger, and he lashes out on people for no reason. Like, if I didn't do exactly what he said, he would just get so mad. The times that he was mean to me, it's just like, he was so mean. He would even kick me out of the house every single time that he was upset at me. He would just kick me out, not even give me keys to come back. He was just like constantly trying to make him happy. He literally told me on more than one occasion that he thinks that it would be better for my dad to die because then I would actually start working harder.
There is a lot to unpack in her 2 response videos. She throws out assault allegations, which I'm pretty sure have since proven to be valid because he just got out of jail last week.
I just got out of jail right now.
She also describes situations and shows accompanying texts that make it clear he was a very vindictive and controlling boyfriend.
You're gonna go from everybody thinking you're dead to a month later, everybody not even knowing you exist.
And while the blame should be partially shared between the 2 of them because by being in these videos she was clearly complicit in making them, I also understand how a controlling boyfriend could have coerced her into doing things in spite of her reservations.
Like, she was nervous. Well, I told her it didn't matter.
Like, at one point he tries to use this clip as proof of her willingness to help.
Here's the video of her actually giving me her voice to use in that video.
You just whisper it?
You're so annoying.
I'm not.
Sure.
Can you whisper it? This is the last thing I have to do.
I miss you.
She was 100% down with these videos.
But he's literally like harassing her in her sleep until she says her line. What did you think this would prove? Keep in mind, this is someone whose other ex also came out a few months ago and accused him of similar things, also showing texts that make him look crazy and violent, even showing a video of her phone that he broke while mad at her. And if all that wasn't enough, Jason the Station, who turns 30 years old today, actually, happy birthday, by the way, just a few years ago, flew all the way from Canada to Texas to spend the night with a 17-year-old fan.
I made sure to stay up all night because I was paranoid. I wasn't sure what he was going to do.
I love all my female fans.
Weirdly, this revelation is not totally surprising. Manipulative guys tend to target younger girls because they're easier to take advantage of.
Yeah, he definitely knew what he was doing, but at that moment in time, I just didn't really think of it as anything. So I guess I was just really, really starstruck.
Now, thankfully, this girl said that nothing happened between the 2 of them, so it isn't technically illegal that he did this. It's just sketchy. I don't know why you would do that. I don't know why a 27-year-old man would fly internationally to hang out with a teenager.
I feel like he definitely would have done something the moment I turned 18 because, like, he's more flirtatious in person than he is in his videos for sure.
So based on the consistency of his behavior and the sketchiness of his actions, it's pretty hard to watch these videos by Alexia and not believe what she's saying. Obviously, quite a bit of this has to be taken at face value because there isn't always going to be concrete evidence for everything that's ever happened, but it definitely feels genuine. She's clearly very raw and emotional. And when you compare that to the fairly large body of her acting work on this website, I'll just say there's a pretty noticeable difference.
The dark web mom was insane. When we ordered the dark web mom, we also saw a dark web dad. I'm just nervous that she's gonna be like crazy or something like the dark web brother.
Even after all the dust had pretty much settled, Jay was still finding ways to make things worse for himself. He's been doing this incredible self-own where he gets really defensive about people accusing him of lying about this, the police reports. So he sort of like brags about having been arrested.
Jay committed assault on Alexia Morano.
This is, of course, contradictory to what he said in the past.
I never hit a woman in my life. Warrant for arrest.
I've never hit a girl in my life.
Use a weapon, namely a cellular telephone.
Okay, so maybe you didn't hit her, but you threw a phone at her and possibly your other ex-girlfriend as well. Is that supposed to be better? Because that just kind of seems like a loophole to me.
Anybody online, they keep on saying, yo, Jay's lying. You called the police department, there's no warrant. So Jay's a liar. Bro, this is why you're not respected.
But it's fascinating that he's more concerned with not being seen as a liar than he is about being arrested for battery.
They're saying, I'm committing a crime by telling people I was in the army?
Bro, get your facts straight. The only crime I did was assault.
This is why you're not respected.
What Jay has done here is indefensible. But as I was talking about earlier, with internet drama, you don't have to be perfect to win. You just have to seem comparatively less bad than the other person involved. Which is why he has continued to fire shots at Alexia, even after she has completely stopped talking about it. In one of his recent videos, he bought a new girlfriend off the dark web, as one does. But it's very obvious that this video is another not so subtle attempt at making Alexia out to be the worst person here. I mean, this character is clearly supposed to represent her, but in a way that's visually crazy. She has the coronavirus, I guess. She's holding a sledgehammer because that's what a man with the brain of a child thinks a crazy person would do. And the whole video is them recreating things from their relationship.
Why do you want a YouTube channel?
Because I want money.
What?
Yes, the insane person is definitely the one being parodied in the skit, not the one who wrote and produced the skit.
What were you thinking?
But even after all of this bullshit, profiting off of fake death, assault allegations from multiple women, even after this has escalated far past the point of insanity, the most frustrating thing is that none of it fucking matters. Nothing will happen to J Station. See, your first instinct is probably to disagree and say, well, no, his reputation is ruined. He's done for. But he's not. We say this every time he does something dumb, but then in 2 weeks, it goes away and his channel continues to grow. It's never mattered. You look at all these dislikes and your instinct is to be like, man, the only thing dead here is J Station's career. But at the end of the day, dislikes don't affect how much money you make from a video. The only number that matters in that regard is this one. And he's doing just fine there.
I made like $2 million off of YouTube so far.
No matter what all of us big, strong grown-ups with high school diplomas think, we are on a website where we're outnumbered probably 10 to 1 by tiny little kids swiping through dark web videos with one hand and using the other hand to steal their mom's credit card to buy V-Bucks. And they love this shit. They don't care what his ex-girlfriend says about him. They don't have the mental capacity to process this situation and be like, oh, I think I should stop watching this guy. It's not relevant to them. Who he is as a person doesn't change the type of content he makes. One thing that's sort of been lost in all of this is the second channel. You know, the one that Alexia died to promote? Well, he still has that channel. He's still got a boost in subs, and he still plans on using that channel.
And for my Dream Team channel, I'm gonna post non-scary videos to that channel. I'm not gonna let it die. We're gonna keep on going. Dream Team is getting to that 1 million mark.
So in a way, it's almost perfect for him. He still has this place to post more videos with some extra new subs, but now he doesn't have to split the money with her. He gets everything he wanted.
Made like $2 million, bro. Multi-millionaire.
And you know what? He will not learn from this. He will not change because he doesn't even think he did anything wrong.
Why did I deserve this? Why did I deserve this? I don't deserve this.
When he describes past relationships, it's as if the breakup was something that just happened to him, not something he could have done anything to cause.
It really hurts me that a girl that I care about would do this to me and just let our fans down like this. But eventually she told me she no longer loves me and she broke up with me and my life spiraled out of control.
This Draw My Life video is actually extremely insightful because he shows how often he feels as if he's the victim in life regardless of what he's done.
The bank eventually came to my house and said, give me that house back right now. And they took my house from me, guys. They took the house.
The freaking bank just came and took my house from me. Can you believe that, guys? They came and kicked me out and picked up my house and took it back to the bank.
I owed so much money on the house because I was taking the money because I wanted to do YouTube that bad.
All I did was stop paying for the house and then they took the house.
I literally thought my life was over, all from following my dreams.
All I did was quit my job to do YouTube when I had 800 subscribers and it didn't work out. But that's not my fault.
I feel like he definitely, like, when he was recording that, he made it seem really bad so everyone would feel bad for him.
And when you look at the current situation he's going through, it's clear that this is something that's never stopped.
I don't deserve this.
He feels like he deserves to be forgiven because he's had a hard life. He's earned the right to make bad choices and it shouldn't affect his success. But whatever. You guys want to hear the root cause for everything Jason the Station has ever done on this website be described in his own words? Listen to this shit.
But about a week or two
later, all of a sudden my subscribers were at like 4,000 subscribers, and I was like, how did this happen? That's when I turned on the TV and I realized that the news was talking about me sneaking into the mall. And as soon as the news did their video about me, my video in the mall actually went to 1 million views. I was so happy.
His first big break, the one that essentially saved his life,
I had literally hit rock bottom,
was because the news talked about him. He spends like 20 minutes of this video saying, this happened to me, and then this happened to me, all these bad things happened to me, before he finally found a glimpse of hope. His YouTube channel was picking up traction for the first time ever because he committed a crime. Are you kidding me? The first thing he learned on this website was that if he created negative attention, if people talk shit about him, if the news covered him, it doesn't matter what they say, it doesn't matter if he's going to jail, as long as he's getting views.
And I kept on doing this over and over and over because the views were going 1 million, 1 million, 1 million, 1.
And I know, I'm contributing to it too. I'm doing exactly the thing he wants me to do. So it doesn't matter what I say about him, he wins. He always wins.
I'm smarter than hell, bro. I'm not going nowhere, dude.
He's outsmarting everyone, and no one even realizes he's doing it because on the surface, he just looks so dumb. And you know what, guys? I finally realized what that makes him. He is Jar Jar Binks, fumbling around a Star War, tripping over himself, but still successfully killing droids because they underestimate him. He's the fucking Jar Jar of YouTube. So yeah, Jason, you're laughing all the way to the bank, but don't forget who you are. A deeply flawed concoction thought up by George Lucas. Also, you've committed a bunch of crimes. Go away. Well, I hope you all enjoyed today's glimpse inside the mind of a very broken person. I know I did. I'll be back next time with something that hopefully doesn't take me 2 weeks to make. But until then, hey little stinkers, and welcome back to the first and only channel on YouTube. Today we're going to be looking at some very interesting family vloggers. Now, as an adult, I really enjoy watching family vlogs because it reminds me of when I was a kid and my parents would follow me around with a camera all day long until I did something funny so we could pay our mortgage. Oh, wait, no, that never happened because I didn't grow up in 2018. The worst year to be a kid. I think the problem that tends to arise from these family vlogs is the same that arises from every vlogger. It's that the line between real life and content gets blurred a little bit, and you start doing things that maybe you shouldn't do because more people will see it and you'll make more money. Let's take this channel I found, David's TV, for example. They're a vlogging channel with a little bit over 800,000 subscribers. Since people like this do rely on YouTube for their full-time income, views become so important. Views come before anything else. You know, why would you bother making a video called Twins Telepathy Challenge that only gets 16,000 views when you could combine Fortnite with the phrase Mom Freaks Out and make like $5 grand in AdSense. But this video is called Kid Spends $200 on Fortnite and buys 27,000 plus V-Bucks and Mom Freaks Out. Must watch. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I always do what I'm told. So if someone tells me in the title of a video that I must watch it, well, I'm gonna watch the video. It's just how Daddy raised me.
Guys, today we're gonna spend all my parents' money on Fortnite.
I will say though, that the little kid, the younger kid, is the cutest kid I've ever seen. He has a couple savage moments in this video. He's kind of a little snitch, but it's funny when he does it, you'll see.
And my mom and dad promised me V-Bucks and they haven't gave it to me yet. And there's my dad sleeping. And come on guys, let's go to my computer. Guys, I'm super nervous. I hope I do not get in trouble. Purchase. And guys, look, my dad's credit card number is already in here. Place order. We got it! Yes! We got the V-Bucks. You know what this means? Let's go spend away. Wow, this looks cool.
Okay, so putting aside the fact that this is obviously fake, let's pretend that it's not fake and let's go through the thought process of these kids. I'm not blaming the kids for this because this was not their idea, but let's say this was their idea, right? They're gonna steal money from their parents to buy Fortnite, currency. So why would they film it? It just seems kind of silly when you're trying to do something secretly and keep it a secret to like document it. But to be fair, even though I assume it's fake, it's still hard to tell because their acting is so good.
Let me know in the comments below what you think I should buy next. But dude, you're gonna get in so much trouble. You just spent $100 on Daddy's credit card.
You have to get you have to use the...
Please just read what's on the card.
You got the Fortnite.
Holy sh**.
I don't even blame the kids for being bad actors. You know why? Because they're kids. They don't need to be good actors. They shouldn't be acting at all. It's just like so painfully obvious that, you know, the mom tells them what to say and then they say it. And they kind of look up like, all right, ready for my next line, Mom. And then like she gives them both a line and you can see the one kid says his and then he looks at the other kid because he knows the kid now has to say his line. I don't know who they're fooling. Okay, so then their plan was to go buy some Fortnite dollars on the dad's computer.
What if we spend $100 in his account and it will make him feel better? But this way he'll be on our side, fighting its mom when she finds out. Yeah, let's go do it! Come on, we did it! Daddy, wake up! Wake up! Let's go play Fortnite!
Where's Mama? You guys making a video?
Yeah.
About what?
Fortnite.
Oh. Down, let's do it. Mommy's gone, the mice will play, as they say.
But there might have been a flaw in their plan, because when they play Fortnite with the dad has all the V-Bucks on his account and he's got the thing that they got, so he recognizes right away that they spent money.
Did you guys buy V-Bucks? I said you could buy V-Bucks, remember? Did you guys buy V-Bucks?
Yeah.
This kid's so cute. He can't even bring himself to lie.
Do you feel guilty at all?
A little bit.
A little bit.
I don't feel guilty because Dylan did it.
I don't feel guilty because I didn't do it.
You spent $200?
Uh-huh.
Oh my god. Oh my gosh.
Oh
my god.
no.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Oh my god.
no.
Oh my gosh.
Way to sell it, Dad.
Let's not tell Mommy.
Well, she's gonna find out, guys, because guess what? We get text messages on our credit card anytime money's spent over $10.
One of my favorite twists in this video is what happens here seamlessly. After the dad just discovered that they stole $200 from him, first of all, he like laughs it off like, well, that's fine because I wanted the skins anyway, so I'm glad you stole money from me.
But I'm not complaining because I wanted the skin bad.
Hear that, kids watching? I'm not even upset that my children stole money from me. So if you stole money from your parents, they might not be upset because look, I'm not. But then like immediately after, with no cuts, he just transitions into having this like whole speech prepared.
Just so we can make this right, we're gonna give away $100 worth of V-Bucks to you. Give a thumbs up on this video, subscribe, hit the bell icon, and leave us a comment. You guys think that's a good idea? You think our fans will like that?
Uh-huh. Hi guys, what are you doing?
Playing Fortnite.
All right, so the kids are really bad actors, the dad's a really bad actor. There's no way the mom is also a really bad actor, right? Just based on like general probability.
Yeah. Two really interesting text messages from American Express.
Oh, really?
Brandon, we need to talk. This is serious.
Brandon, we need to talk. This is serious.
Large purchase on American Express. Look at that.
Whoops.
I just noticed this. The text right before that says, welcome to account alerts. Like if you weren't convinced this was fake already, they made it clear that for this video, they signed up for account alerts that they weren't getting before. Unless this is the first time they've ever spent more than $10 on their credit card.
$200 on Fortnite?
It was me. It was me.
No, it wasn't.
The kid. Oh, that face. He wants to help but he's not sure if he's helping. No, it wasn't. I love that kid so much.
And am I happy about this? No!
Yeah, we can tell.
I'm gonna take Jagger and we are gonna go shopping. What?
You already went shopping.
Okay, another slip up here. It's pretty obvious to me at this point that the mom was the one who was filming earlier because she says like, well, I'm taking the boys and we're going shopping. And then the one kid reminds her, but Mom, you just were shopping, remember?
You just literally walked in the door and went shopping.
And she's like, oh yeah.
I went shopping for the three of them to buy clothes. Oh my god.
She literally slaps her forehead as she remembers that she was supposed to just be shopping. Okay, and then the dad goes into his whole spiel about like, all right guys, well remember, we're giving you $100.
$100 giveaway, 10 $10 gift cards.
And then she, even though she wasn't here earlier for this conversation, she was out shopping, right? She's like, that's right guys, I knew about this. Such a disaster, totally fake. But again, I don't care that it's fake. Everything on YouTube is fake. It's less about like the fact that it is fake and more about like what they're promoting. Because then at the end of the video, the dad says this.
All right, guys, leave a comment if you've ever charged any of your parents' credit card without them knowing.
And she agrees.
Yeah.
Hey, what about maybe not saying that? What about you don't encourage the children who watch your videos to do what your kids did, even though you've already sort of encouraged it by being so nonchalant about it? Like the mom comes in and freaks out, sure. But the dad the initial reaction was like, oh, you stole my money, but you gave some of it back to me? That's fine. You might be thinking like, well, this is so fake. It's so obviously fake that they're not like, anyone can watch this and discern for themselves that this isn't real and that they shouldn't do this. But we're adults. We're adults talking about this, right? Like the adults don't watch this. Why would an adult watch this? I know for a fact that exclusively children watch your videos because adults don't talk like this. I spent $10 on my mom's credit card. I did it 15 times without my parents knowing. Me, I spent $700 and got grounded for a year. Sorry, Vincent, punishment fits the crime. I did, and I spent about $3,452, and my dad almost killed me with a knife, and luckily I ran away. I spent $280 on my mom's credit card. They still don't know I deleted the messages. We're not celebrating this. That's not something to celebrate. That's not good. I did it on Minecraft, and my mom almost killed me, and my dad slapped me in the face. I did spend me mom's credit card without noig. Finally, a good role model here. I never spent my mom's credit card because that was stupid. You need to blame it on your kids, man. You should not stick up for them. They need to get in trouble, and they need to face the consequence whenever their mom gets mad. That's it. That's it, man. I really want the battle pass. My parents can't award this because they are greedy. Please donate me. Thanks for the attention. My parents won't give me money to buy fake clothes because they're selfish. But thanks for listening to me. Can you please give me a card? I have 0 V-Buck. Everybody makes fun of me. I like trains. This is your audience. This is who watches your videos. Do not make what is essentially a tutorial on how to steal money from your parents and then, as the parent, pretend it's totally cool. I know that kids already do stuff like this. I know that kids steal their parents' credit cards all the time and they buy absolutely pointless garbage. And I don't entirely blame the kids in that situation. Like, they should know right from wrong. Obviously, you should know not to do that. I don't think they fully grasp what they're doing because it's absolutely impossible to conceptualize the value of money as a child. Like an example for me, when I was like 8 years old, my family and I used to watch Who Wants to Be a Millionaire a lot. And I remember watching that show and I always thought, man, if they're giving away $1 million, it must not be that much money. And so I very casually asked my mom, hey mom, we have $1 million, right? And she's like, no. And that shook me to my core. I could not fathom the idea of us not having $1 million. Or based on the way she answered the question, apparently not even close to $1 million. I truly believe that it is impossible to understand the value of money and like how much work it takes to get a certain amount of money until you get a crappy part-time job dealing with angry guests who take everything out on you, incompetent managers. You gotta mop. You've never had to mop in your life. Now you're mopping all the time and you feel tired and sweaty constantly. And then you get your paycheck and it's like $11 and you're like, oh, life is hard. But when you're a kid, you don't have that perspective yet. Yes, you should know not to steal from your parents, but a credit card just seems like an infinite money device. Like as a kid, it's just like I type these numbers in and I get whatever I want. And it doesn't affect my parents because I don't know anything about anything. But as an adult, you should know this. I don't think this is a good look when you're showing how exciting and consequenceless stealing money from your parents is, because they don't show Like a kid watching this is just gonna assume that what happened to them will happen to him. So, oh, they barely got in any trouble. They kind of laughed it off at the end. And the mom came home and was mad for like 30 seconds. And then she seemed confused, like she didn't know why they were still filming. She didn't seem that upset. My mom will probably react the same way. And then they get chased at with a knife by their dad. All right, guys, I know this video has been pretty long already, but the family just uploaded the sequel to this vlog, so I can't post my video without talking about this first, but I'll try to make it quick. So this time, the kids are angry at the mom for grounding them and apparently throwing away their PS4. So they put their little heads together and concocted this plan to get their revenge. Basically, they're going to not only steal their mom's credit card, but actually show it in the vlog so all the viewers at home can also use the credit card. I'm just gonna boil this video down to the 3 great moments that stuck out to me, and I will share those with you now. The first is when the kids are allegedly using the mom's card without the parents knowing. The mom is outside and the dad is in the other room. For a split second, while they're making a purchase, you can see the reflection of the dad holding the camera in the TV. And then like 30 seconds later, he comes out dumbfounded, like, what's going on? The second great moment is when the parents come in and they realize what the kids are doing, and so they start to lay down the law, you know? But there's a point where the mom, who sounds absolutely flabbergasted at the idea, but she asks, how did you get the PS4?
Where did you get that? Wait, is this new?
Dylan, how the heck did you get your PlayStation back?
As if it was like in a locked safe that they buried underground in some remote location. It was at the top of the garbage can, right outside their house. But the best part of this video is at the very end when the mom starts freaking out because she's getting these rapid charges on her credit card.
I keep getting charges every second for $99.99. What is going on? What's going on? What is going on?
Text after text from American Express about all the people using her credit card. She also gets like a frantic call from American Express, which she answers, and then the video just kind of ends. But hold on, let's rewind for a second here. The conceit of this, what we are supposed to believe as the viewer, is that because earlier in the video, the kid showed her card, not in a different video, earlier in this video, that they hadn't posted yet. Because he showed the card earlier, by the end of the video, people have already started using her card. How stupid do you think the people who watch your videos are? You know what? I take that back. Hi. I'm back. Great. Do you have the money?
I do. In fact, it's right here in this envelope.
Oh no! One of these envelopes has my rent in it and the other is filled with combustive gas that will explode if I so much as touch it. But which is which? I really gotta learn how to read. No time for that now though. Just have to guess. Your neighbor's apartment just exploded. Weird. Well, here you go. Thanks. Bye. Bye. Yes, guys, I know exactly what you're thinking right now. Drew, you can make a video about anything in the world, anything at all, and you've chosen to make 2 consecutive videos about the Paul brothers. I get it, I know. I understand that in doing so, I'm sort of part of the problem. I'm helping perpetuate their fame, even if I'm talking about them in a negative way. But I wholeheartedly believe this will be the last video I ever make about Jake Paul. The last video I made will be the last video I ever make about Logan Paul, and I implore you guys to hold me to that. But yeah, so today I'm going to be talking about Jake Paul's recent business endeavor that he created called Edfluence. He first announced this in his New Year's video titled, Here's Why 2017 Was the Best Year of My Life. Now on its own, this is actually kind of a funny video. It's just like from start to finish, or at least from start to the point I finished, which was about a third of the way through. It's just a brag fest. Here's what I bought. Here's all the money I have. Here's my nice car. One of the hilarious tidbits in here is when he mentions how he wrapped up his second and final season on the Disney Channel to, quote, focus on other acting jobs.
So I could focus more on other acting jobs.
Sure, that's one way to put it. You could also say that he got fired, and you'd be more correct if you said it that way. So after he lists like the 30 things that he's done this year that he's very proud of, he transitions into his big announcement for Edfluence.
I literally think I have one of the best jobs on the earth. I get to do what I want, where I want, with who I want, and make a lot of money doing it. And so I wanted you guys to be able to do it too. So in 2017, guys, I spent hours and hours and hours developing something I call influence.
So he just spent the last minute, well actually he spent the last 6 minutes kind of building up to this, because by bragging about all the things he was able to buy and the things he's able to do, and then transitioning into being like, look, I live a great life, you know that. Oh wait, I think there might be a way for you to live the life that I've showed off to you.
Influence is a course that you guys can take right now online. How to do social media, secrets, tips, tricks, all things that have taken me years to master. You could even potentially be able to join Team 10 if you take this course.
Okay, I'm intrigued. So let's check it out. I cannot wait to figure out what type of influencer I am. So let's go ahead and take this quiz. I currently use the following platforms. Facebook, absolutely not. Instagram, no. Snap, no. I don't use any of them, and I don't want to. At a party, this sounds most like me. The party don't start till I walk in. That sounds the most like me, for sure. Money or fame. Unfortunately, there's no option for neither. I'm not about material possessions, but I'm gonna go ahead and go with money. I'm this committed to becoming a popular influencer. Not interested. My game of choice. Why can I only choose one? I'll go with Angry Birds. Being a social media influencer is whatever, it just is. I like that all of these questions have an answer that is exactly what I was already thinking. I would make these kind of videos. Comedy, daily vlogs, fitness. If I decide not to become a social influencer, I would never do anything else. My dream car, don't care, just a car. Is that it?
I made a huge mistake.
Okay, so now what we've got here is an unskippable video, and we're teased that a big announcement is coming in about 7 minutes. So let's watch.
I'm Jake Paul, and if you know me, you probably know all about Team 10 as well. And at the end of this video, I have a crazy new announcement about something I'm calling Team 1000.
I literally have goosebumps. I'm gonna be on Team 10, Team 1000.
Making videos, making massive business deals, working with brands, sponsorships, designing my own merchandise, traveling all across the country. Basically, I get to play for a living.
I wanna do that!
10 years ago, social media influence, actually 5 years ago even, social media influencers like me didn't even exist.
You heard it here first, guys. 5 years ago, Jake Paul didn't even exist. He was created in a laboratory about 4.5 years ago.
We have a bigger audience, get more engagement, have more viewership, and even make more sponsorship money than many major TV shows. Take, for example, Keeping Up with the Kardashians. It's a big show, right? They get 2 million viewers an episode and post an episode every week. So over the course of a year, they get 104 million views.
Does he think that they have a new episode every week throughout the year? Like there's no season break, there's no off time. It's just 52 weeks in a year, one episode every week.
I'm posting every single day, averaging about 12.6 million views per day. Over the course of the year, that's 4.6 billion views. So you tell me, which one has more influence?
The bigger one.
Having freedom and financial freedom and the cars and stuff are all cool and stuff too. As you know, Team 10 is a super exclusive group of top influencer talent that I've personally hand selected. And once an influencer makes it into Team 10, they're basically made. I'm talking millions of views and engagement off the charts. But not just anyone can make it into the house. And to be honest, most people aren't ready to be on Team 10 and still have things to learn. And this is why I'm stoked to introduce you to something super special today. Team 1000.
It's like Team 10, but the number's bigger.
The steps in this really aren't that hard. We've done the hard part of figuring out how to do this. So if you can't follow the roadmap, then there's just no chance you'll make it into Team 1000 or maybe even as a social media influencer. You know already that there are millions of Jake Paulers watching this right now, and if you wait on this, you'll probably miss your shot at 1000.
Oh no, he's right. There's so many other people who are gonna jump on this chance, and if I don't do it right now, then I'm gonna miss out. I don't even have time to stop and think about it. I just gotta freaking grab my credit card, sign the heck up before all the other Jake Paulers beat me to it.
If you're a kid out there like I was, trying to start my social media career, you could become successful. And if you can't sacrifice some Starbucks for the next few weeks, then maybe that just means this life isn't for you.
I can sacrifice Starbucks for a few weeks. I don't need that. I just need to become Jake Pauler. Then I can have all the Starbucks I ever want in my life. Inspirational stuff. I'm ready to fucking get started. Let's do this shit. Good on him for only charging $7. So let me go grab my credit card. I feel like he really overhyped the whole like go without Starbucks for a few weeks thing. Because $7 is literally like 1.5 coffees. This is a very useful feature. I've never seen this when entering my credit card information before. Next to where you put in your credit card number, it's got like an up and down arrow. So you can just like click up until you get to your credit card number. Great. Yeah, this is gonna take a while. You're purchasing an Inner Circle one-time charge of $7. That's not so bad. All right, so here we go. It took him 5 years. I'm gonna figure out in like 2 days because I'm gonna zip through this shit. I'm noticing though over here on the left that this is chapter 1, but chapter 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, oh my God, all these chapters are locked? Do I have to watch them?
Hey, what's up guys? Jake, Paul here, and I'm so stoked that you took action and picked up the roadmap to 1000.
Join Jake's Inner Circle. I thought I already did. It said one-time purchase, $7 for Inner Circle. But now if I want to join his Inner Circle, I have to pay $57. Oh. That's a lot of Starbucks. Hold up! The Inner Circle is the only place to get the secret strategies that Team 10 used and still uses to get and keep attention, build our audience, and become top social media influencers. Do you want to see what's in the Inner Circle? Yeah, that's why I paid $7. This is so fucked up. Here's what I'm picturing is a kid has just watched this. He's a huge Jake Pauler. He watches a video. He's like, oh, my dreams will come true. I just need to get the roadmap. And he sees $7. That's nothing. So he asks his mom for her credit card number. She puts it in because it's like, okay, $7 to, you know, learn how to become like your whatever. Parents don't give a shit, right? Maybe she watched the video too and she's like, okay, yeah, sure. That seems reasonable. So she puts in her credit card information. He pays the $7 and then immediately is asked to pay $57. But here's the best part. The parent has already put in their credit card information. So you don't have to put it in again. You just click one box and you just charge your mom's card another $57. You don't even have to get her permission at this point. There's absolutely no part of me that thinks it would be a smart decision to spend another $57. But I set out to do something today. My mission was to join Team 10, and I'm not gonna let a small road bump followed by a much bigger road bump get in my way. Dear God, I'm sorry for what I'm about to do. Please forgive me. Love, Drew. My card was declined? What? Holy shit, guys. I just got a text from American Express. It was a fraud alert. So I wonder if this has happened so many times now with parents calling and being like, I didn't authorize this purchase. I authorized the first one, but not the second one. Maybe this is like an immediate red flag for the credit card companies. That is hilarious. It seems I have been gifted a second chance. Someone out there was looking down on me and said, Drew, don't be an idiot. Do not give this guy $57. I'm gonna give you one more chance to not do that. And, well, I'm gonna blow that chance. Success! You may now continue viewing the members-only content. Welcome to Team 1000, bitches! We made it. I'm not gonna bother with chapter 1 because I already had that, and if I only watch chapter 1, then why did I just spend $57? So I'm gonna skip around. Let's go to chapter 12. All right, what type of content should you post on YouTube to get the most hits? Holy shit.
Oh, hey! Didn't even see you guys there. Sorry, I'll put this YouTube mug away, but it is kind of ironic that we are talking about YouTube. Chapter 13. Oh, sorry about that, guys. It's actually chapter 12. Come on, Jake, what are you doing? Sorry, Jake, there's a lot of chapters. All right, Jake, let's do this. What is up?
People paid $64 for this. That was like the first one I watched, and he's like stumbling over his words. Oh, this is perfect. This video is 17 minutes long. Why did I do this? Why am I doing this? What? No one forced me to do this. This is my idea. I thought this would be fun. I thought this would be funny. It's neither of those. It's miserable. And now I have to explain to my wife why I used our kids' college fund.
What I have found works the best within the videos are drama, stories, crazy things like pranks.
Slow down, Jake.
Animals.
I can't keep up with you, Jake.
Comedic stuff.
And
stuff. Also like sad stories or
sad stuff. That's good.
I'm
learning so much already.
The more content, the more views, the more people clicking into your channel, the more subscribers that you're getting, the more money that you're making, so that you can spend even more time on making videos, which helps your videos do better. And so guys, be consistent, stick to a schedule, don't go away from it. one thing that you could do is...
All right, I like this one. How to close deals when working with brands.
Oh, you're what, Mom? You're watching this Edfluence course? Oh my gosh, you're blowing up, Mom? Oh my gosh, yeah, I know, because everything in this course is right. You should follow it. Click. There you go. Cool. Episode 4.
This is so half-assed. I'm sure there's some valuable information in here, but every time I click on anything, it's just like, everything's the first take. Like, he couldn't be bothered to say something again. I understand he's busy, but people spent $64 on this, and I don't even know what he's saying half the time.
I don't know if that's going to be the final title, but that's basically what it's covered, so I can say something different.
This was $64. I'm still confused, like, what exactly is Team 1000? One of your big selling points in your introductory video is like, you can be a part of Team 1000. I'm so excited to announce Team 1000. You know Team 10, you can't be a part of that. You're not good enough, but maybe Team 1000. So give me $64, follow these steps, and then maybe you can join Team 1000. Here's the thing though, I still don't know what Team 1000 is. Am I on Team 1000 now? I noticed just now that there is a tab that says Team 1000 near the top. You click on Team 1000, get this baby, you ready for this? Team 1000 coming soon. Stay tuned for updates. Winky face. So I spent $64 on a screen that says Team 1000 coming soon. I thought I was paying $57 to become a part of Team 1000, and yet it seems the only information I have about Team 1000 is that it doesn't exist yet. So what the hell, man? Now, according to the terms and conditions that I agreed to and that everyone agrees to by joining this, I am accepting that at any point in the future, they can just charge me again. So sure, Team 1000, it's coming soon, right? But who's to say that when it does come out, they don't automatically charge my card again? They have my credit card on file. I got an immediate fraud alert, which I don't know if that happens to you guys a lot. I have never in my life gotten a fraud alert from using a credit card on any website. And I've bought things from weird websites before. I've traveled without calling my credit card company. Like I'll be in Florida one day and then in New York the next day using my credit card and I'll never get a phone call. That is so funny to me that this has clearly been problematic for people and for parents, I assume. I think in conclusion, Edfluence is just one more example that kind of proves the point I tried to make in my last video, which is that Jake and Logan, their number one goals in life are to one-up each other in terms of getting people to pay attention to them. And they both simultaneously seemed to run out of ways to do that. And so, seemingly in unison, they each respectively did the worst thing they were capable of. Logan, the entertainer, wanted to, quote, show people something they had never seen before by doing something that had never been done before, right? And then you have Jake, on the other hand, the business person. He's literally guilting people into giving him money so they have a chance to live the life he lives. In his video, he talks about how you used to have to be lucky, but now it's all about hard work and talent. And to an extent, that is true, but there is still so much luck involved. And for him to say, you have to do this if you want to be successful like me. Well, there's plenty of people who are successful on YouTube that didn't pay him $64. It's not even impressive manipulation, right? These kids spend every day watching his videos, dreaming of living the life that he lives, to the point where so many kids don't even have reasonable aspirations in school anymore because it's just like, oh, I'm just gonna be a famous YouTuber like Jake Paul. I want to be like Jake Paul when I grow up. When it's so fucking unrealistic to live that life. And for him to just take advantage of that and basically say, for a couple of bucks, I'll tell you how I do it. You can be a part of Team 1000, which doesn't exist. It's easy to do that shit. In his introductory video, he's just driving around, showing off all the things he has, he's telling you all the money he makes. Everything's very vague though. And then he just kind of promises that you can do it too. That is not a difficult thing to do. There's nothing about that that's impressive to me. In fact, it's so simple that I went ahead and did it too. Yo, what is up, little stinkers? My name is Drew Gooden, but you already fucking knew that, because I'm famous as fuck. Welcome to my place. Just taking Mr. Honda out for a little spin, for a little joy ride. You know, something we do when you're famous like me. Welcome home. Let's take a look around. Here's a little something you may not know about me. Even though I've only been famous on YouTube for a few months now, I've already made exactly $1 million from my videos. Don't believe me? Yeah. You think I could afford a place like this without having exactly $1 million in my bank account? Not a chance. Let's take a look around. Babe, over here. If you guys want to see the rest of that video and check out what the Premium Little Stinker Club is all about, then go to littlestinkerclub.com or click the link down in the description. What has taken me over 6 months to learn on YouTube, you could potentially learn in minutes for the low price of just $999. I think that's all I have for you guys today. I pretty much talked about this all. I might watch a few more of the videos to see if there's any more hidden gems in there, but there's just so much content to sift through. I couldn't do it all in this video. If you're interested in that, let me know. I think maybe the best format would be some sort of live broadcast where I just kind of go through and interact with you guys. So if you're interested in that, comment that you are. If you never want to hear me talk about either of the Paul brothers again, I understand. Also comment that if that's what you think. Be sure to head to littlestinkerclub.com if you want to join the Premium Little Stinker Club. I'll tell you what it's all about. There is, of course, a very small fee involved, but I'm not gonna give away all my secrets for free. That would just be stupid. I've been recording for like 3 hours now, so I've got a shit ton of editing ahead of me, but thank you guys so much for your support. Be sure to subscribe if you aren't already. Be sure to unsubscribe if you fucking hated this video. And if you see me out in real life, come up and punch me right in the face. That's what I want. And please do that. So take it easy, guys, and I will see you next week. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to my Neopets fan fiction. Wait, hold on. What the fuck? Has there been a better monitor behind this one the whole time? Hello, everybody, and welcome back to YouTube.com, a website made by fish for fish. If you've seen any of my videos, then you've pretty much already seen this one. The difference is, in this video, the words I say are going to be a little bit different. Are you going to do this video for me? That's what I thought. It's a shoe, and it says, "What are that?" If I've said it once, I've said it a million times. I have the attention span of a 9-year-old, and all of that filming yesterday was just too much for me to take. So I took a little break, and here I am today with a fresh start at 3:54 p.m. It's a beautiful, cloudy day outside, making for some fantastic lighting. Anyway, stick around because I'm going to show you guys how to become famous on Instagram. For me, this all started about a week ago. Someone on my Instagram DMs told me to check out the So Innocent Parent page that has 3.5 million followers. And at first, I was confused. I was like, why? What's so special about them? Their account's private, so I have to request to follow, and I don't really want to follow if I don't have to. I followed up on it though. I requested to follow them. A couple hours go by and they accepted me. I was looking at their page, and for the most part it's like 2/3 of their posts are screenshots from their Twitter. The joke of their Twitter is that it's usually from like a dad's point of view, where it's like, my kids are doing this thing that's obviously sexual, but I'm innocent and dumb, and so I don't realize that it's sexual. But they're like so... Ooh, they're like too much. Like, my daughter always tells her boyfriend how wet she got. Why doesn't she just invite him to the beach when she goes? It's so cringy. My daughter goes to the bathroom with her BF when they're out in public. They're in there for hours. I hope she's not constipated. My son's girlfriend said she liked his meat. I didn't know my son wanted to become a chef. Yeah, so this page is really funny, but like I said, that's 2/3 of their posts. The other third is just memes, is just general memes. Like this, when your parents pick you up early from a sleepover and the dog is mad. Okay, I'm starting to understand why they have such a juvenile sense of humor. Here's a meme. When you only been alive for a month, but you already fed up with the world, and it's a little baby, he's upset. I'm mad at the world, but I'm a baby. And then the caption says, me. So I get it now. The reason these are so bad is because a 1-month-old child is the one posting these. But good for him for having such strong business sensibilities. He's making bank on this, but we'll get to that later. So I looked through the page and, you know, I saw stuff like this and I was like, yeah, this is stupid, but it's not really worth making a whole video about. They're just dumb memes. But really what's interesting about this page, and this is something I didn't notice until I was following them for a couple days, but they do these shout outs for all these other meme pages. And the reason you don't see them when you scroll through is because they're only up for like an hour or two. So the thing that these pages all have in common is that they're private. You have to request to follow them. Now, at first glance, at least for me, this seems counterintuitive, right? If your goal as a meme page is to get as many followers as you can, which is the only goal for these people, get a lot of followers, make money from it, then why would you create like an extra step needed for people to follow you? but it actually has the opposite effect. People want to follow you more because you're private. It creates this illusion of exclusivity where it's like a club you want to be a part of, but they're not letting you be a part of it. And deep down, you don't even really want to be a part of the club. You just want to at least be invited to it, you know? Like you don't want to feel like, well, what's wrong with me? Like, why can't I join your club? And they're like, oh, you just don't belong in here. And you're like, yeah, I do. I'll do anything to prove that I can be in your club. Please let me in your club. And then you finally get in the club and you realize that the club is just a bunch of shitty memes and there's no people in there and it's not really a club because it's an Instagram page and all of this was just a metaphor. And so maybe you're thinking, well, this isn't that surprising. It's interesting to me, but maybe it's not to you. But it keeps going, right? It's not just like a couple pages sharing followers with like shout outs and stuff. Several times a day I see another shout out for a different page. So Innocent Parents shouted out Couples Note. Couples Note shouted out Foodies, the teaser for which was just Foodies crushes all sorts of food. Check it out. But it's, you know, you go to Foodies and fuck, they're private. I gotta follow in order to see them. And then, you know, you come just to see them crush Pringles. You stay for shout outs of other pages. They also shouted out Call of Body. Follow for more sexual explicit content. Ooh. If I'm a little 10-year-old, which I am, then I'm intrigued by that. I want to follow them. You know, I'll look both ways to make sure my mom's not standing over my shoulder, but I want to follow to see more sexual explicit content. So then you go to Call of Body and you got a request. And I notice here they're followed by So Innocent Parent and Couples Note. So to me, that means they're all owned by the same person. So then Call of Body, this new page I followed, shouted out Yearbook Tweet. OMG Yearbook Tweet, post the most hilarious senior quotes. Hurry, because they're only accepting the next 500 requests. They're not accepting all requests. Their goal isn't to amass as many followers as possible. It's only to amass 500 more. Like, they have 740,000, but they're only accepting the next 500. So you better hurry up and follow. Don't even think about it. Don't stop to think about it. Don't hesitate. And look at that. They're followed by Call of Body and So Innocent Parent. Then So Innocent Parent shouted out Vine Failures. Follow Vine Failures to see more. Click on Vine Failures. Oh, what do you know? They're private. Gotta follow. Then Couples Note shouts out at Clips. Follow at Clips to watch all this mind-blowing science experience. And then you go to Clips, and guess what? Clips is fucking private too. Do you see the theme here? Do you see what's happening? They're locking people in because if you want to see any of their content, you have to subscribe, you have to click follow. And most people don't unfollow. Maybe they do eventually, but they probably don't right away because they're part of this exclusive club. It's not exclusive. Anyone can be a part of it. They probably even have like a bot that accepts requests for them so they don't have to manually go through and click their screen literally 3 million times. Now Call of Body is shouting out at Goals. Follow Goals. It's the #1 freakiest page. Gotta follow them. I mean, you follow Call of Body for some sexual explicit content. You have to follow at Goals now. You click on at Goals. Oh look, they're private. Got a request to follow. Here's another one. Couples Note. Follow at The Lover Sayings. I know I'm being repetitive at this point, but it's just fascinating to me how many pages there are. I thought it was just a couple, but every day it's like, there's another page, and then that page shouts out this other page, and I think they're all owned by the same person, or maybe it's just they do shout out for shout out. They've all got similar followings. So let's expand on this page a little bit. Here's another page that So Innocent Parent shouted out. Everyone go follow LOL Admits, the #1 page on Instagram. I don't know what that means, #1. What does #1 mean? The best? The most followers? It's not the most followers. They've only got 4.3 million. Hurry before they go private. Now this page actually isn't private, but by saying hurry before they go private, it's like I gotta follow them now because if they go private, they won't accept me. I mean, they have 4.3 million followers. Surely they don't have room for more. No, they have room for as many people their bot can click accept on their request. I mean, but these are really funny. I mean, look at these. Like, admit it, you closed the fridge door slowly to see when the lights go out. Admit it, you never actually read the terms and conditions. Like the most boring, obvious stuff, like, yeah, like people admit it. You've done this normal thing that everyone has done. Come on, like, hey, buddy, you can be honest with me. You've accidentally pushed a door that said pull once, right? Come on, you can be honest with me. We're friends. Don't give me that look. And here's something else they put on a couple of these. It's almost like they know that people are annoyed when they post all these shout outs, because these, so far, following So Innocent Parent, all I've seen is shout-outs for other pages. I don't even see their own posts. They say on some of these shout-outs, this other page doesn't post shout-outs. I know how you're annoyed with this page posting shout-outs, so follow this other page that doesn't post shout-outs. What they do post is just boring-ass memes. the most boring memes you could think of. To me, it's obvious that Couples Note and So Innocent Family and a couple of these others are all owned by the same person because they're literally just copying and pasting these shout-outs. And it's probably they're just shouting out their own pages to spread the wealth, but not really spread the wealth because they're just, all the wealth is theirs. Whatever. This person has a lot of money. I don't know how much. I honestly don't know how much, but I know they have a lot of money because they're not just doing this for fun. They're not doing this because they just like the attention. They're doing this because they can make money off it. And if you don't believe me, let's go to LOL Admits page, the page I've hyped up quite a bit. Now, the first thing you'll see in their bio, they're the funniest post on Instagram, credits go to respective owners, and biz DM. So we're going to address all three of those points. Number one, funniest posts on Instagram. Who remembers Kim Possible? Do you remember Kim Possible? The show? Can we all just take a moment? And then it's a picture of the Drake and Josh cast, but like a few years later after they stopped filming the show. Who else remembers this episode of Drake and Josh? A lot of just nostalgia so far. And then it's Drake and Josh, they're in the movie theater pretending to be Amish or something. I think I remember that episode. Yes, to answer your questions, yes, I do remember Kim Possible. I do remember Jake and Josh. Jake and Josh. Jake and Josh. That's the future. I wouldn't be surprised if Jake Paul and Josh Peck in the future created their own online series called Jake and Josh, but we'll see. All right, so I think we can cross funniest posts on Instagram off the list. Now let's move on to credits go to respective owners. This is something that a lot of these meme accounts that steal people's memes, they'll say, oh, DM for credit or whatever, but this person didn't even say like DM for credit, just that the credit without even, you don't even have to ask, it will go to respective owners, which I'm gonna go and dispute that 100% now, because I am not skipping a single one of these. I don't see credit in any one of these. So we can cross credits go to respective owners off the list. And the last one, Biz D, one more thing before we get to Biz DM. Interesting that the other page that was giving them a shout out said this page doesn't do shout outs because their three most recent posts are, you guessed it, shout outs. You gotta follow at I'm High Dude. Follow Emoji's Journal for the meaning. I gotta follow Emoji's Journal because I gotta see what this emoji means. I've been using this emoji before, and have I been using it wrong? I don't wanna be wrong. A follow in 2 seconds to get accepted faster. Only accepting the next 50. It's like I said, it's this illusion of exclusivity. You wanna be a part of this club, you better hit that follow immediately and don't even stop to think about it. And then here's one for at Epic Daily Jokes. Who are these? How are there this many memes pages? I'm only scratching the surface here, and they're all private. It's amazing. As I'm making this video, I'm discovering more about what this video is about, and I love it. We've already debunked the first 2 points that they try to make in their bio, so let's get to the last one. Biz DM. Now, what that means is if you have any business inquiries, as in you want to give this page money to get some sort of service in return, DM them. Now this morning, I had the idea to message them and be like, okay, how much for like a page shout out? Because that's what it seems like you're doing here. No response yet, I'll let you know if that changes. So as of right now, I can't tell you how much LOL Admits is making from this Instagram page, which I remind you, all of these Instagram pages are only posting memes that they get from other websites. I'm perfectly supportive of people who make online content making money off it, but these people don't make content. They make money off other people's. If this doesn't infuriate you, you're not thinking about it correctly. I've gotten into this argument before online. I think it started on Twitter with accounts like Common White Girl and Dory, and if you've been on Twitter, you understand parody accounts. You see them on Facebook, you see them on Instagram, and I think they're dying out on Twitter. But it's these accounts that only steal other people's tweets and jokes and memes and stuff, and they profit off it while the people who make the stuff don't make any money. And I don't think it's necessary to come up with an analogy for this, but that's what I will do because that's how my brain works. Let's say, rather than you're the person who made some video that someone else stole and is indirectly profiting off of, let's say you work at like Dunkin' Donuts, right? And you just worked a 10-hour shift. You worked all day, you're tired, you're just physically exhausted, but you feel good because you worked all day, you're ready to go home and shower and go to sleep. You make $8 an hour, so 10 hours, $8 an hour, that's $80. I feel good, that's gonna go towards my my paycheck, which I'll get this week. You're feeling good, right? And you're about to clock out, and you're saying goodbye to your manager, and then some guy walks in, and he's like, actually, hold on, if I may interrupt, I was the one who worked all day. And you're like, that doesn't make any sense, right? And the manager's like, I don't know, let's hear him out. And you're like, what, are you kidding me? And the guy's like, come on, you can trust me, right? And you're like, no, I just met you, why would I trust you? And the manager's like, I don't know, he seems pretty trustworthy. And then the guy's like, well, if I didn't work all day, then how come I'm wearing your uniform? And then you look down and you're just wearing normal clothes now and he's wearing your uniform. And you're like, how did you do that? When did you switch our uniforms? And the manager interrupts and he's like, I don't know, he's got a point. He is the one wearing the uniform and you're just wearing normal clothes. You shouldn't be behind the counter. You're not even wearing a uniform. And you're like, but I worked here. I worked all day with you. You saw me work. And the guy in the uniform that he stole from you is like, I mean, come on, who do you trust? Some guy who's illegally behind the counter, or some guy who's wearing the uniform, right? I've got the name tag, it's your name, but the manager doesn't care anymore because for some reason he's siding with this guy, and the manager's like, you're right. Now that I think about it, I don't remember whose face worked all day, but I do remember that uniform worked all day. And you, sir, he's pointing to you now, you need to get out. And then so you get fired, you get sent home, and you don't get the $80 that you earned that day, rightfully, because you worked on it. And the guy who came in and who somehow stole your uniform, gets all the money and credit. It's something like that. Does it make sense now? Or was that completely unnecessary? I love analogies. If you still are siding with the meme accounts whose only work that they actually do is taking screenshots and copying and pasting, then let me show you what it's like to deal with these people. That these are not likable people. For the most part, these are shady people. Like, if your intention in life is to steal other people's stuff and make money off it, you're probably not a very good person. And that's been proven with the couple of interactions I've had with people like this. So I need to move the camera because I didn't take screenshots, but I have these DMs from like a year ago since LOL Admits I didn't want to reply. I would like for you guys to be able to enjoy my beautiful paint art without me having to turn the brightness down so much. Anyway, this was March 2016, so this was like a year and a half ago. And I want to paint this in a light where, and you might even side with him, because I did get pretty pissed pretty quick. So I sent him my post, and I was like, you posted my video without giving me credit. Please tag me in it or delete it, thank you. That's what I used to say, but then they'd always just delete it. So then I was like, tag me in it. And I've learned that if you do ask politely, for the most part, they do. I don't think that makes them good people because they're still profiting off other people's content, but you know, sometimes they'll just quickly give you credit and be like, you know, thanks or no problem or whatever, and like, it's fine. That's the whole interaction. But this one, you gotta understand, this was at midnight. The irony is, while this guy's making a bunch of money, I'm working my ass off. I used to work for a set installation company, and that sounds weird, but our entire business, it was like a 5-man operation. Our entire business was just to install local news studios. So we'd travel around the country, and I'd usually be gone for a couple weeks at a time, like 10 days or so in one place. And the set was already built, and it was shipped there on a truck, and we would put it together. It was a lot of manual labor, carpentry, and then I learned how to like wire like LED lights and stuff. But it was very long days, right? Because it's like, the longer we're here, the more money needs to be spent on us being here. We'd try to get there like 7:30, and we wouldn't leave until like 8 or 9 p.m. sometimes. I think the last day we left at like 2 a.m. And not only that, we were staying at the MGM Grand of all places, which is like the biggest hotel in the world, or one of the biggest hotels in the world. And our room was literally as far away as it could have been. It was like a mile walk to get from our room through the lobby, through the parking garage, to our car, to drive to the studio, work like 12 hours, and we'd come back and we'd have to do it all again, and you'd be walking past all these drunk people in the casino just having a great time, and you're just so tired and miserable. So, I mean, it sounds like fun, right? Vegas, 2 weeks in Vegas sounds fun, except we didn't get to have any fun. We were there for work. So if you can put yourself in my position, I'm someone who's like trying to make vines whenever I can. I'm trying to get like a comedy career going so I don't have to keep doing this, but I'm so exhausted at the end of the day. This was at the end of probably a 12-hour day, and I get back to my hotel room, and someone had tagged me in this, and they're like, hey, they took your video, and so I messaged the guy just like, can you please give me credit? Thanks, just please give me credit, you posted my video. And he said, which video? I sent him the video, and he said, done. And then so I go to the video, and it says credit, Drew is Gooden. He writes out my name. Now, some people would be okay with that. I was like, come on, seriously, you know how the fucking internet works. You just put an @ I know this is from my Vine, but just put @ before my name so people can click on it and go to my page. That's not too much to ask. You already wrote out the rest. This is just one more letter you need to write, one more character. Like, even if someone liked that, they're not gonna take the time to type out my name, but if my name's there, and it's a clickable link, maybe they'll click on it, right? I mean, he had no problem tagging himself. He used to be at Feelings, now he's at Yodeling Bitch, whatever. So I'm already pissed at this point. It's like, see, like, you're just doing this to piss me off. You stole my shit, you steal people's shit all the time, and you're making money off this. And I'll show you exactly how much money he said he was making in a second, but so I'm pissed already. So then he like threatened to like leave it as it was, like, oh, I'm gonna get rid, it's like, fine, get rid of my useless credit, whatever. I said, it's weird. You have the ego of someone who actually has talent, but if you did, you would be making your own content instead of posting others. And he's like, do you want me to jack everything you own, or are you going to leave it? So he either threatened to take every Vine I've ever made and post them on his account, which at that point I could probably be like, hey, this dude's impersonating me. Or he was saying he wants to jack everything I own, like he wanted to jerk off every part of my body, which, I don't know, maybe he's into that. But in my head, I'm just like, you know what, Drew, if you just power through this, you actually have talent. You're funny, you can go somewhere with this. He's just some asshole on the internet who steals content. And then he said, I've made over 5K in the last 2 weeks. $5,000 from this account alone. And then he tried to say he's doing me a favor by spreading around my work. Keep in mind, this has what, 37,000 views? This had 10 million loops on Vine. You're not doing me a favor. So he admitted to making $5,000 in 2 weeks off other people's content. So I was like, wow, fuck you, dude. Either he's lying about that to try to make it seem like he's this badass that makes all this money, or if it's true, holy shit, dude, you're a piece of garbage. You're making a shit ton of money. I mean, if you're making 5K every 2 weeks, that's $10,000 a month. That's over $100,000 a year. Copying and pasting videos and tweets and pictures. That's insane to me. And this is a guy that, keep in mind, he has like 100,000 followers. I don't know, I don't remember how much he had then. These pages with a couple million followers, if that's on a scale, if they could probably make 5K with one post. More than that, probably. I don't know. I don't really know how it works. They're making a shit ton of money, let me tell you. And if it's all owned by one person, that dude's a millionaire. That dude is a millionaire copying and pasting things that other people say. So if you're still not upset about that, please stop watching my videos because I don't have any respect for you as a human being. If it still doesn't bother you, if you still think that these people are in the right, then you try to say I didn't ask him politely, even though I was like, you posted my video without giving me credit, please tag me in it or delete it, thank you. Like, if that's not polite, then I don't know what is. Maybe I should offer to jerk off every part of his body. Maybe to him, that's what politeness is. I tell you what, guys, I am fired up right now. I know this has been a long video, and I don't need to apologize that it's still going, because it's like, if you're then just stop watching the video if you don't want to watch anymore. What they always say to do, like when you're anxious or you have a lot of like anger built up, is just like watch something funny, you know, just have a couple laughs. Have some lighthearted laughs. So let's go to LOL Admits. I don't know if you've heard, it's the #1 page on Instagram, the best page on Instagram. So let's go to the best page on Instagram and have ourselves a few laughs. You're trash. Me, bag of trash. That's pretty good. Who remembers playing this game in school? Do you remember playing Heads Up 7-Up? Is that what it was called? I always cheated. That's funny. Me when I'm watching Snapchat in public without headphones. You know when you want to hear something on your phone, but you're in public and it's loud, so you gotta put the phone up to your ear. Clever observations like this one are the ones that make LOL Admits the #1 page on Instagram. The Krusty Krab pizza episode. It's like, it's just a picture from the episode. That's all it is. The conclusion I've come to is all of these memes on the self-proclaimed #1 page on Instagram are nostalgia-driven. They're not jokes. They're just like, you remember that thing that happened? And you're like, yeah, I remember that thing that happened. I'm a human being. You're too young if you don't remember this movie. I rest my case. If I had a gavel, I'd bang it now. What a fun video this wasn't. I kind of lost steam because I got so fired up about the whole stealing content thing. Some people might have found this video boring, and that's fine. But like, this is just something I get fired up about things like this, and I just want to talk about it for 20 minutes, and guess what? I did. That's exactly what I did. Thank you so much to all my little stinkers out there for watching this video. Thank you to the many people who commented saying that that should be the name of my fan base, the little stinkers, and I really like that. So I think it's gonna stick. So thank you all, little stinkers, for following me and sitting through my rants. I hadn't done a rant in a while, so even if this video wasn't that funny, you know, the demand was there apparently to see this kind of video where I just yell at you guys essentially. But you know what? We made it through together, and I feel good. I feel better because of it. One last thing, I know you guys are gonna dislike the video just because of this. I know this seems like a money grab. I've only made like 5 videos, and yet here I am. Get over it. You know, I have rent to pay, I have bills to pay, and I'm not gonna turn down opportunities when they come up. So that being said, this video is sponsored by buttholes.com, the world's first and best website for all things butthole related. I've got a couple ideas for other rant videos I can make, but I don't know if they're worth my time right now. If you don't hear from me for a while, it's because I'm working on something big, or at least just more time consuming, and I won't give out too many hints, but it is maybe another one in the series of 5 days with videos that isn't technically a series yet because there's only the one video, but it is something I'd like to be a series. But maybe that's what's coming next. Who knows? We'll see. We'll see if I follow through with that. But yeah, that's it. I always ramble at the end of these. Like, I could just say, thanks for watching, like and subscribe. The little stinkers are the strongest force in the universe. But I don't just say that. I just ramble because that's what I've already been doing, so I continue to do it. Anyway, I'm gonna stop talking now. That's the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe. One more thing I have to get through, and I'm just kind of reading off the copy they gave me here. Buttholes.com is the best anus-related website money can buy. Buttholes.com is a subscription-based service that delivers 10 of the nicest user-submitted buttholes straight to your door every single day. Up to 3 ethnicities available. Weird, I would have thought about more. Are you a fan of A-holes, B-holes, and C-holes? And want to take this to the next level? Then buttholes.com is the website for you. Buttholes.com starts at $9.99 a month, but if you use my promo code BUTTHOLE, which doesn't seem specific to me at all, then your first 2 months are free. Sign up today. Your eyes and butthole will thank you. It also says they offer family discounts? Jesus Christ, I'm not reading anymore.